Hello everyone, this is AetherNightmare and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. So we are doing Strife, Dispel the Accompanying Fears. So let us see how Finon is doing in his quest to obtain godhood. How well he's wrestling with the newfound deity powers. Right, how we doing, Aglaya?
All due respect, this trial is taking far too long.
Have faith in Finon. Yeah, he's been gone for a while now. It feels like we've already waited for 42 days. Is this supposed to be a reference? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
What do you think of this, Trinan?
It's not possible to tell for sure what goes on within the vortex. All I can hear are fragments of speech and distant battle cries.
Is it Finon's voice?
I'm not sure. It's difficult to make out clearly. Wait, no!
Lady Trinan.
Snowy's voice. I can't hear him anymore. There's this unlike existence in the trial. It's burning him up.
It has come to this, after all.
What now?
Is he okay?
Get ready, my Demos.
Oh yeah, sorry for if there was a bit of an audio shift. I realized my settings weren't quite where I left them. What's going on? Do we need to stop the trial now? Are you going to leave Finon to die?
Why would we? The core flame is important to us, but it's beyond absurd to even consider sacrificing him to the Titans. As I promised you, Aglaya, I will intervene in the trial this time to bring your deliverer out to safety. But that's as far as I will go.
Oh, maybe he gets it after all.
Of course. I know this is not the time to demand any more from you.
Discerning. All right then. To be as prepared as I can, I hope that the two Outlander warriors can also join me.
That might not be a good idea. The core flame trial is many times more complicated than a standard ritual. Even the slightest misjudgment, misstep, or hiccup could result in grave consequences. Our two distinguished guests are not obliged to risk their lives for the flame chase journey. Let me join you instead, Lord Mighty.
Just finally got this. Exactly no way I'm getting involved. Can we all go together?
No. Someone should stay outside in case we need help.
Things have taken a critical turn, especially so with Finon's life on the line. Of course, we Nameless will do what is necessary. How should we help?
Join me in the trial to look for Finon. And when we do, Glaya's golden thread will guide us back out. Assuming we survive Nikador's wrath. If something bad were to happen, Casterus, your priority is to ensure the safety of these two. I can find a way out on my own.
Yes, Lord Mighty.
Thank you both for your valor. Time to get to work then. Let me have the honor of taking the lead in this battle.
Alright. I wonder if he gets Nikador after all, as a result.
We can't get rid of all the noise.
Please, stay safe.
You know, try my best, but I can't exactly give promises.
Let's also make our way to the front of the Spirit Basin when you're ready.
Okay, to the front of the Spirit Basin.
May that warrior be safe from harm. When you are ready, I will preside over the ritual on Trinon's behalf.
Alright, let's go. Ice, electric, and quantum for the big one. Okay, ice electric quantum. Oh, we get a mighty to come with us. Ooh, that puts a little bit of a wrench in my plans. Should I have? Team must include mighty. I wonder if now would be a good time to test out my character.
Glory surely lies ahead, Mighty Most.
Quick lineup. Press and hold to drag character. Quick lineup. Can I, like, see your details? Yeah, thank you. Okay, I do have a decent, trace set. I choose you for summon. Looks like I can maybe increase this. It's so much easier to just do this with the mouse. Mem has increased. Probably need more of those. Relics. I did not level up my relics. That could be a problem. Okay, 1 out of 1. Oh, I wonder what matters the most. Von Whack. Okay, it wants attack. Attack and speed. I probably have enough things to just do this. I don't know if this is a good piece, but you know what? I have so many artifact pieces. Good roll. You know, screw it. Good roll. Yeah, baby. Eh. But you know what? Best 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Actually, 3 out of 4. Best 3 out of 4 ain't bad. Speed, HP. Ooh, energy recharge. +3 to activate. This really is not a good piece, but I'm probably just gonna feed it back into whatever anyways. And since it's only this big, it can probably only get to 9 anyhow. Yeah. Eh. HP. Was that what I wanted it to be on? Is this brighter? Yeah, it is. Okay. Maybe I do benefit off of HP then. It's hard to tell because that rolled into flat. Heh. I'll raise it a bit. Because like I said, I can always feed these into future artifacts. Weird. I have so many! And you know, stats in other places aren't always a bad thing. Yeah, it said it wanted speed. Oh, it doesn't want attack, it wants speed. Okay. Again, not the greatest of pieces, but whatever, I guess. It's still gold boots. Okay, can't really tell if those are good or not. Yeah, it wants attack on that one. For this, does HP % get highlighted? No. But then why does it want HP on the sphere? Or does it? Is this just the one I have equipped? No. Huh. Let me look at compare. Recommendation actually. For this, it wants ice damage, HP, or attack. So ice damage is actually the most common. But all I have is HP. Yeah, that's the set I have them on. Speed is the most common. Substats, it really wants crit damage and speed. Really wants crit. Crit speed attack. Crit speed attack. But then why? Why HP? I'm confused on how I initially built it and why, so I guess I'm just gonna go with it. Rose attack, which is good. I'm probably just spending too much time on this and bothering people, or some people like the gacha rolls, you never know. I like that you can see all the stats in the future, though. Not that it's going to make a huge difference with this, but... There. Now... I should be a usable character, even though I have no clue what I'm doing. I feel like I have two different team makeups here. miHoYo and
surely lies ahead,
Stel, as well as Chow Chow and
So it's
Acheron.
Our time spent with one another.
Just because these two probably bounce off each other and these two probably bounce off each other.
Our reinforcements from beyond the sky. Warriors of high esteem. Please close your eyes and hold your breath. They once kept the fate of this world, and many other challengers safe from the devastating rage of strife. They now seek to venture deep into the trial of divinity and prove their will to destroy our enemies, as foretold by the prophecy. When the hammer of strife strikes the anvil of the warrior, the heat and impact will leave behind scars, and between them, a demigod shall rise.
Very well. Come forth then.
Oh, is Danhung not coming with me?
Souls foreign to this realm, and warriors in the making. Follow me into the mist and flames, and come face to face with the greatest fear in the depths of a warrior's heart. And with thy strength, banish the darkness and usher in sunlight. Let all lost souls find courage on a long journey back home.
What? Yeah, we're back in a burning city.
What's the
But
matter?
it's our city.
Surprised? Where there's strife, there's carnage. It shouldn't come as a surprise to see such a sight in Nikidor's trial.
You did this? Let's go for Finan. Why just you? Where's Danhung?
I don't see him around here. We should go first. Let's pray he stays safe.
Oh, the effect wore off.
Huh. The greatest fear in the depths of a warrior's heart, huh? So, this is what he fears the most.
Probably not being able to protect everyone. So what is your thing? Ooh, is that like a huge hand? No, it's crystals. He's got them Final Fantasy Chaos crystals.
There's no place for you in Emphorius.
A disaster for Akama.
Maybe not just conflict that he's afraid of, you know, letting everybody down and, you know, mass death and destruction, but maybe also being pushed away.
So much for the king of those outlanders.
You won't get away, criminal and vermin!
Be on alert. The smell of rust is thick in the air.
I think you mean the smell of blood.
Tell me your name, brute. Your demise shall be a tale I boast about at the feast table.
My name is Perdiccas, and I am here to avenge my people.
Kremnoans and Akamans are at war?
Perdiccas? Even the tragic cries of beasts at the slaughterhouse sound better than your name.
Say whatever you like, despicable Akaman.
What even kind of
First
insult?
death before glorious return. May the Kremnoan spirit always watch over me.
Foolish brute. I see you're eager to die. Very well then. I shall grant you just that.
Let's intervene. I can't stand by, do nothing.
You are... Oh. So the Alpha Brute has found his way here. It's a pity, though. You're too late. You will never stop the Holy City's army. Watch as I make this pathetic warrior of yours the first sacrifice.
We were right there.
My king.
We were right there to do something about it.
Me.
And we did nothing.
Is this?
You're next.
Sound of body contorting and snapping.
Face your death, cowardly king.
The blood, it changes him.
This insatiable bloodlust is a product of Nikador's wrath.
I forget what summoning does. Mem is already in the field, restores Mem's HP and grants Mem charge.
I choose you.
I guess.
More season. Destined for oblivion.
Okay, what's your deal? Okay, so you're imaginary. I kind of thought you were gonna be fire. I should have looked closer. Deaths are legion, regrets are none. Consumes HP and deals imaginary damage to one designated enemy and minor damage to adjacent enemies.
Don't let our fervor die.
I wonder if he's similar to Blade. Deals minor imaginary damage to one target. Support?
Still waters of oblivion.
Yeah, because then I use single attacks from then on out. So he just needs to give me a chance to charge it.
Absurd. I know this Akaman. Strife contorted an honorable warrior into this perverse and twisted being. And that horrible noise. I can hardly suppress my bloodlust when it sounds.
I mean, it wasn't so much strife as it was very one-sided murder. Strife kind of implies
This
a
battle
fight.
cry must have gone to Finon. That's why he lost himself. What a useless fool.
Who is he? Why so solemn? I mean, somebody died.
It's nothing. Let's go. That voice is Cartonis?
Oh, so now you care?
too, Cartonis.
A sharp brown spear had torn through the tendons in her arm, leaving it hanging lifelessly, like a shattered wine jug, abandoned on the roadside. As the soul ebbed away, darkness veiled her eyes. Oh, so I can try to communicate with people. I couldn't before.
Please accept my
This person is consumed by a frenzy of slaughter, oblivious to your presence. Yet, this isn't a strife, it's just a one-sided bloodbath.
Mighty mouse you are. Destroyed all the wicked king. Here to take my life, finally?
I won't ask how this happened, nor will I hurt you like you said. I just need you to tell me where Finon is.
All of this, you know very well. Leave our city, cursed son of Gorgo!
Kremnis founder.
I have no intention of hurting you, Cartonus.
Humiliate me you shall not. Leave! Get out of Okima! Get out! Symbol of your sovereignty, take it! Signet of Kremnos, bask in blood-soaked glory, your kind alone!
This is... Mother Signet? It's here again. I knew it.
Ha! Finally gone mad, despicable vermin! With your mad king, perish together in that maelstrom of battle!
Enough! Be quiet! You are not at all Cartonus! Look out!
Long narrow shadow pierces through the phantom of Cartonus.
Nice move.
I was gonna say, is that Danhung?
Too.
With a spear? I mean, we fixed that, right? I think we did. Are you the real Danhung? Are we up against Danhung's apparition this time?
I could ask you the same.
Oh, so have you seen a
What
fake
was the last
similar
thing
to
you
me?
said to me before I parted the waters at the Scale Gorge waterscape?
You know what, Danhung? You really shouldn't expect me to hold that many brain cells, my buddy.
Parted the waters.
How would I even remember that? Forget it. Just kill me.
That sounds like something the real you would say.
Somehow I knew that would be the answer.
It wasn't easy, but I finally found you two.
I've been read for
So,
filth.
You are Danhung. What did you go through before meeting us?
Just some memories from my past. Nothing worth mentioning.
We will be sure to console him later, because none of Danhung's past memories are good.
You mean you saw your past too?
I can't help it, I do this past midnight.
The trial of Strife is a vicious one, all right.
What are you thinking?
This might not be a single person's trial, but an arena for every challenger to engage their own delusions in a bloody battle. I saw someone from my past a while ago. Someone Finon has never met.
That doesn't exactly sound like a bad thing. At least it means we'll be able to find Finon here.
We can only hope this battlefield is nowhere as extensive as I imagined it to be. Let's first follow the sounds of battle to their source. The battle cries seem to be getting a lot louder.
I have a feeling someone is manipulating this battlefield. Someone who might not be Finon.
I agree.
Who got in before us then? Also, yeah, Stella's a relatable protagonist when you have to record past midnight.
This will be the end of you Outlanders!
Go find your friends in hell!
Good gracious.
Cursing brutes.
And were these people dragged in too, or are they just figments?
Just as I thought. This is where the battle cries were coming from.
You didn't fully dissipate at all, did you?
The true entrance to Nikador's trial.
I thought your fragments were gone.
What's wrong with you two?
I've met that warrior before. It's Nias, an incarnation of Nikador.
I've seen him for the first time, but there's no doubt about it. What I'm sensing can only be Strife's bloodlust. The one manipulating this battlefield is Nikador themselves.
Mightimus. You are a king warrior indeed.
You know me?
The blasphemous prince. Of course I know you. And I happen to know that you're here for the soul of that white-haired warrior.
Great. Let's cut to the chase then. Hand over that poor excuse for a sword master, so we can be done with this farce.
No. I applaud your courage and strength for coming this far, but you have chosen to besmirch the dignity of one who has fallen, and I cannot turn a blind eye to that.
This is gonna be one fierce battle we won't be able to get out of. Why don't you go easy on us? We traveled together before, remember? I kind of doubt that his... I keep saying his, but the gods don't have genders. Their entire core of being is strife, my dear. We're not getting out of this.
One who has fallen. Finan failed the trial?
He faced the greatest fear in the depths of his heart, and fought with exceptional valor, though he eventually succumbed to the brutal onslaughts. I have since brought him to the rear battleground, and granted him glory worthy of his courage, tenacity, and sacrifice.
Like, they can take forms, but I don't think that's, like, the only form they can take either. Probably because they can also be absorbed into another person. Yeah, they might be able to change their forms at will.
You wish to take him away? Sure. Pick up a spear and prove that your resolve can rival his. Of course. Cowards who hope to avoid bloodshed are better off disappearing from my sight this instant.
Your opinions are of no interest to me, Mad King. If it's a fight you're looking for, then you will get one, Titan. I will put you to rest once more with my curse of immortality.
Commendable. Your noble mother displayed the same spirit with a spear in her hands.
Don't you dare speak of her.
Why not? She challenged the former Kremnos king to a duel, even knowing that it was a deadly trap, all to protect your dignity. Are you suggesting her efforts were for naught?
Her death was caused by you, the incarnation of strife. How dare you talk about her past? Enough of this nonsense. You should be wielding your weapon at the god of strife. Battle me and put a swift end to this!
Your hatred is as clear as day, my devils. My eyes must have stabbed you deeply. But thanks to them, I have also come to realize. This is why you killed your father for the throne, only to let your signet sink to the bottom of the Sea of Souls, refusing to let the glory of Kremnos live on. This is why
Didn't want to inherit the madness that potentially killed his family.
I will rip your chest apart, Titan. The same way I ripped apart that former king.
Meanwhile, Nikador is just like, this trial is for everyone.
I see you wish to repeat these. Come at me then. Ignite the flames of your fears and step onto the battlefield. Take this fierce battle to the boundaries of strife and consume me. Or lose yourself in the fight. Watch your defeated corpse burn to ash. But remember this. The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood. Very moment, ascension. To you, the successor of Cognosphere. White warrior knew he was no match for him, yet he chose to fight till his very last breath. What about you, Mightimos? Can your murderous intent match up to what fate has in store for you? Prove to me that you are worthy of this power.
Okay, we got some sort of boost. Crit rate up and blood strife. Not sure what that all entails, but... Oh, I don't know if I should start with a multi-hit.
Mournful cries. Miserable wails. Kings of Cognosphere. This is the power you desired?
Well, I'm not in a hurry anyway.
I'm trying to read! Summons Memo Sprite, Gramps Mem Charge, and then makes Mem deal massive ice damage to all enemies.
Trust me. We can do anything!
I was just trying to read the instructions. Okay, Mem's already summoned. So I don't have to waste a dot.
Destined for oblivion.
I like adding fuel to the fire. More seasoning.
Let this place witness.
In the name of fairness, I grant you the blood of strife.
Let's see who remains.
I'm honored by your... Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
I don't know how many rounds there is. I'm assuming it's just this guy, but...
It takes a fall.
This raging power. I can hardly contain it.
I see, he's gonna keep summoning.
Still waters of oblivion.
Burn it all.
How about letting the enemy strike first?
Why would I do that? Let's see. Restores HP and accumulates talents charge. Deals massive imaginary damage to one designated enemy. Anemone? Anemone.
Think thrice, act wise. Though oft twice shall suffice.
Uh-huh. It made me lose my spot. Deals massive imaginary damage to imaginary adjacent targets, then taunts the targets and their adjacent targets. Okay.
Dying soul, I'll accept your punishment.
Yeah.
You shall abandon your mortal body, King of Cognosphere.
Show me courage.
He does give chaos vibes.
How noisy.
Oh, I see. I have a little lion thing next to me now, too. That must be the bloodlust. Can I choose a character?
You can do it! Another journey begins.
That's not what I asked, ma'am.
For oblivion.
Forever kill. Dying soul, I'll accept your punishment.
Oh, he's so in bloodlust he doesn't realize we're friends.
Found you.
At least he's immortal. Sometime later.
I did my best.
The core flame trial is indeed no place for the weak. Let's just hope that Finan gets through this.
There's no need to worry. His soul is in a stable condition. With ample rest for both body and mind, he'll be up and about in no time.
The greatest fear in the depths of his heart. Lord Finan must have been forced to relive his past during the trial, and revisit his homeland that had fallen to the Black Tide.
In all likelihood.
Is the Black Tide really that scary? We were in it. It's only normal to be unable to overcome your inner demons. I think Naya's mentioned it before.
That is correct. He was willing to entrust the core flame to the Chrysoseers, because he was also pinning his hopes on us, to succeed him in shouldering the responsibility of resisting the Black Tide.
Could you tell us more about this Black Tide?
It is one of the culprits that drives the people of Anvorius to madness. It was during the Era Bellica that this unspeakable thing first appeared, like a plague, alongside the 3 Titans of Calamity.
That's
Nobody
Strife and
knows where
trickery.
it came from or how it came to be. What we do know, however, is that it is steadily encroaching upon what little remains of this tranquil land, much like a rising sea closing in on an island from all sides. It is for this very reason that it became known as the Black Tide. Those who succumb to it lose their reason and humanity, becoming vicious, mindless monsters. Mortals are not the only ones susceptible to its influence. Even gods and titans cannot escape from it.
According to Nias, Nikador, though one of the embodiments of Calamity, also bears the responsibility of fending off the Black Tide. Perhaps that is also why Lord Finan threw himself into the trial of Strife so readily.
But now, we must look for alternative means of igniting the flames of Strife.
So, Aglaya, what should we do now?
You know very well the decision doesn't lie with me. As the successor to Kremnos, Mighty, you know better than anyone that if it was simply about emerging triumphant on the battlefield of Strife, you and your people could manage it with ease. But ultimately, the heavy burden of divinity can only be borne by one. It is foolhardiness and indecision, not the unclaimed seat of divinity, that pushes this world into the deathly fog.
The Black Tide.
Not all fights can be won with fists. Anyway, return to your bath chamber to discuss the present circumstances. But before that, I'm actually curious, since this quest was a lot shorter than I anticipated, about maybe doing a side quest. Let's see. That's in Penacony, Euphorius. What's this? Speak with Deimos is always coming up with the wildest ideas, like flying beyond the sky or using a lens to observe changes in the Dawn device. What will he come up with this time? Okay, where is he? Where is you, actually? It seems about equidistant, so I guess we walk.
Have you heard? Seems like
I should actually probably too swap around my characters. Locha's very good. Ooh, do you want to save the current paths above for the character's team preset? Sure. Okay, save me in that path, please. I really don't have any other characters from this place, though. Just saying. Oops. There's a chair there. Like, while I'm out, I might as well use this as an opportunity to goof around. Titan's Blessing. That's the one he said was on his mom's crest. Talatin presents the one end of the scale before you, perhaps as recognition, acknowledging your right to judge the guilty. Still don't know what those do.
I'd love to go in and take a look.
At? Ooh, a holy candle. You're not sure why such a device has been placed in the bath, as it seems like some sort of indoor oven or a fireplace. You decide to ignite it. Upon pressing a certain switch, a golden sphere rises, bringing warmth. You hear hurried footsteps rushing from afar, rapidly closing in on your location. Could you have triggered something with this mechanism? Something to hold you accountable? A fright begins to rise beneath your consciousness. Oh, are you the young lady who's caused this to happen? I was just saying, Fagusa above, when the holy candle comes ablaze, even the water in the pool turns sweet as nectar. What's the issue? Is it too sweet? We're hosting a banquet next door. We're about to raise our glasses in celebration, but the drink's flavor suddenly went bad. The smell here is the same as before, so I followed it over. You old dog. Right. We had an old friend once. He was a faithful follower of Fagusa. With the holy candle being constantly lit back then, he gained the Titan's blessing several times and brought us all kinds of beverages suited for carousel. I can't tell if it was carousel or carousel. I really need new glasses. I have an appointment, but it's a ways out. We came to take a look again and didn't expect to see the candle lit once more. Really takes us back. Sadly, our old friend, the Black Tide, oh. Let's not talk about that. Come on, I brought some food and drink from the banquet. Try some. Let's just treat this as a toast to old friends. It contains some ambrosia. You light the holy candle and a faint fragrance wafts over, making the food nearby seem ever more palatable. You extinguish the holy candle. The scent of the freshly made dishes grows muted, and you subconsciously let out a satiated belch. I see. So it changed the flavor of their food, but they seemed like they didn't appreciate it. Nisa, you can't toss coins in the bath. That's disrespecting Fagusa. Why? I clearly heard the grown-ups say that all the coins from the pool are collected and offered to Fagusa. Fagusa above, I offer this up to you. That's inside the temple. This is a bath. You can't do that around here. Coins are dirty. People bathe here. That's a wishing fountain. You don't bathe in a wishing fountain, hopefully. Blah, blah, blah. Can't hear you. Blah, blah, blah. I'm also looking for bugs. If anybody sees any bugs. Little tricky things. Okay, so it was down this way-ish. Oh, one of these things. Ah, the fire burns still, like my scorching heart. Oh, maybe I'm one that's already been rescued.
Just hearing this melody makes me feel better.
Oh, there's an actual organist.
May my music bring you serenity.
Hello, kind listener. I hope my music will ease your fatigued spirits. My current name is Misia. As you can see, I'm neither a silver spoon noble nor a purse-heavy merchant, just an ordinary musician who finds joys in melodic pastimes. You haven't left. Are you still curious about something? This instrument is a water lyre, an instrument powered by flowing water. It's huge in size and must be placed in a location near a water source. I thought to give you a more elaborate introduction, but I suddenly remembered that there was only one such water lyre left, even in Enigma. It's pointless to tell you more about this instrument. Your hometown is. News does travel faster than music. You were there as well just now, and I suppose you must have heard some things. Carmitus, that is not a city's name, but what we call a bay where we live. It's a beautiful place with clear contours and vibrant colors. Its splendor is akin to the painting of Menestia. The waves crash against rocks. That is the very fierce music made. We collect these sounds and weave them into melodies. The Ackermans call it a water lyre, but to us it's an ordinary lyre. I thought those intricate devices were long devoured by the black tide. I never thought I'd see one here. Just want to enjoy some good music, then please find a safe spot to rest. It's too close to the water here. Your clothes might get wet. I'm not worried about that, especially if I'm searching for bugs. Activate fragments of recollection. Am I looking for something in here? Someone who is standing behind her. A water lyre? I've seen it before. It's a signature instrument of Carmitus. According to records, Carmitus was a distant city blessed by Menestia, and her residents were artistic prodigies. Alas, Carmitus disappeared a long time ago, along with those precious arts a long time. The water lyre has been here for a long time, unable to secure a worthy musician to play it. Beautiful things are destroyed easily, and art is always accompanied by misery. Menestia's blessing is also a curse. Maybe I can try playing it. Oh, that's her. For real? Go try it out. It should be fine. Let me try. After a simple tuning, the water lyre slowly emits a lovely sound. Looks like I still haven't lost the skills that Mother taught me. Dear guests, if you don't mind, allow me to play this piece with the water lyre for everyone. It may not be able to perform at a level told in stories, but it should suffice as post-bath entertainment. The water harp is an instrument blessed by Fagusa. It is capable of producing a riveting melody. The more water that flows around it, the more resonant the music is. All residents were artistic prodigies. I think it just says the same thing. Yeah, it does. Yeah, let's just skip through that because I've already read it. I don't know if it does anything else. Aside from potentially giving a little bit of backstory. Oh, Castris! I didn't know I could actually find you guys out here.
Pardon me. Could you please maintain a safe distance?
Please be careful. Don't get too close. Sorry, this is for your safety. I do not have any objection to your presence. Is there something you wish to discuss with me? Let's chat? I'd love to. Although I very rarely converse with others, I'm not gifted with communication. Please do not be offended. What do you like to do normally? Read books, visit graves, admire flowers, and make ornaments. Very niche hobbies. Let's see what you made. I'll just say cute. Oh, cute. Thank you. I've read all of the books in Akama archives. I prefer books on history and culture. My favorite story is about a princess that becomes a dragon. Please do not laugh at me. A legend is a precious crystal that is born over the course of millennia. Take the famous Titan mythology of Amphorius. If you have time to learn about it, you will be shocked by the vastness and exquisite detail. As for visiting graves, many of the deceased around the graveyards of Akama were personally embalmed by me. I periodically go to their tombs to dust. I'm not sure why, but I'm always concerned that somehow they cannot rest in peace. Making ornaments is how I preserve things of beauty, such as butterflies and dried flowers. I sew them onto special silk fabrics so that they look like they never lost their lives. I learned sewing techniques from Lady Aglaya to ensure that I do not damage them in the process. I could gift you some in the future if you'd like to have some. The people of Akama seem to fear you. They cannot be blamed for this. I am the mortician in the Holy City. I was also once the Holy Maiden who oversaw warfare in Idonia. In their eyes, I'm no more than a walking envoy of death. I'd like to hear your story, or stories about Idonia. I have no memories of the time before I came to Idonia. From what I'm told, I was merely a drifter who wandered the wastelands until Idonia took me in. Idonia is a city that worships Thanatos. The residents regard death as their destined end. Unlike the Kremnoans longing to die in battle, the Idonians see death as the blessed final destination for life. However, that does not mean that Idonians do not treasure life. On the contrary, they believe that it is only by living a long life and tempering oneself will we gain a soul tenacious enough to cross the river of souls and meet Thanatos. The Idonian found me in the wilds. They strongly believed that I'd received the blessing of the Death Titan, and my hands could spare them from the river of souls and send them straight to the great Thanatos. So I was revered as the Maiden of War. Only I could grant the deceased Idonian warriors the comfort and respect that they deserve. Tell me about the Titans. I never would have thought that you were so interested in the mythological tales of Amphorius, miss. As luck would have it, I've collected many interesting stories over the long years. What kind of tale would you like to hear? The formal historical account. I want to hear rumors and gossip. Let's go formal. I fear you may be disappointed. The majority of Amphorius' history comes from bards recounting stories of ancient times. So it's all from gossip. The stories are then recorded into words by third parties. Distortions of truth are inevitable. Perhaps the story that best fits the description of a formal historical account is the myth of Amphorius' creation that the Bath sprites have been telling. However, I have other interesting stories that I could share with you, that is, if you do not mind. For instance, the story of Zagreus. Legend has it that Zagreus used to enjoy playing pranks on the other gods, stealing Talenton's scales and Fagusa's wineglass. To put an end to their misdoings, the god fastened a star to Zagreus' body to reveal their whereabouts at all times. Another story that I have heard is that the Titan Fagusa and Gyurios cannot stand each other. Legend states that when it rains in Amphorius, it is actually Fagusa taunting Gyurios after having gotten Aquila drunk. So Gyurios formed an alliance with Circes to have the plant shelter the land and block the sound of Fagusa's endless waves and rain. There's even more bizarre legends than these, and it's said that Nicodor did something to Tantalon, which is... my apologies. I got caught up in stories and ended up rambling. I'm so sorry to have wasted your time. I rarely get an opportunity to speak freely with a friend. I'm truly grateful. That's all I wanted to talk about. Okay, farewell. Let's talk again when we get the chance. We obtain a memory crystal shard. Yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna do a little bit of post-story wandering. See what all we can find. The Bass House Library. Mortals are closest to gods when they're intoxicated. Okay, and take the Titan's brilliance with them. The philosophies that stemmed from these moments are almost as intricate as the source of reason. At least that's what the goddess claimed. I think the goddess might be a wine mom. Perform prayer ritual. Left trigger? Oh, I see, I can change it. I forgot about that. Perhaps you'll get a different blessing. Does it matter which one I get? Blessing received. The prayers of Veronix swirl around you. Destiny is undefined and ever-changing, yet it clings to you. Yeah, I don't understand these things or what they do.
Is that all?
Hello, youngster. Welcome to the repository of the Memorial Palace. Remember to wipe your hands before looking for any books. You can browse freely while leaning against any wall, but if you wish to borrow something, go to Apollonia over there and fill out a book request form. Aren't these scrolls? Do you really dare place books by the water? No need to worry. The texts here are all blessed by Circes, so even if the pages get completely soaked, there's no risk of them being damaged. However, stains are another matter, so let me remind you once again to make sure to dry your hands. If you're just browsing, the philosophical and historical text in cabinets 2 to 4 would be a good choice. For math and numerical works, try cabinet 7. The narrative poems in cabinet 15. Additionally, young people might enjoy storybooks in cabinets after 20. I'm feeling overwhelmed. Do you have any recommendations? He just gave his recommendations. Well, judging by your attire, you must be from out of town and haven't quite adjusted to the environment here yet. This book might take your impression of Akuma a bit more lighthearted. It's a rubbing, so you don't need to return it. Take it and read at your own pace. In this post-apocalyptic world, the fresh scent of books is about the only thing that brings peace. Same, man. I've gotten so caught up that I've forgotten to introduce myself. I am one of the managers of the repository, and my name is the Notice. Any issues you encounter here, feel free to come to me. Just make sure not to raise your voice too loudly within the repository and disturb the others. Got a moment to chat? At my age, the one thing I have plenty of is time. Go ahead, speak your mind, youngster. Can you tell me more about the collection here? Any books you find in Akuma, you can find here in this repository. I'm not bragging, but even if the scriptures carved into the sacred trees of the grove may not have as complete a collection as we do here. If you don't believe me, you can take a look at the first bookshelf near us. Our catalog alone is over 100 books thick. We're lucky that one of our colleagues invented the classification numbering system, or else finding a book here would be as difficult as climbing into the sky. Among them, the majority are texts on Titan rituals. New priests eager to pass their sect trials often come to focus on borrowing these during the month of joy. This is when we're busiest. Next are the medical compendiums, philosophical texts, and historical records. There are many contradictions between these similar books, and most people borrow them to add evidence for their debates. Lastly, there are travelogues and imaginative stories, which are youngsters' favorites. Even an old man like me can get into them. By the way, the innermost shelves hold many manuscripts from the Bath guests themselves, even some account books. As for the content, well, it's all up to personal interpretation. The history of the repository. I guess you're wondering why there's a repository in the Memorial Palace, right? Well, this goes back several light calendar years ago, exactly during the 43rd Akuma Centennial Festival. So, you just said you measure things with a light calendar. We measure things with the light calendar because we're in space and all of our planets don't sync up, so instead we use a different measurement of time. Why, sir, do you use this when your people are sealed away? Maybe they weren't always, and so they kept the math system without realizing what it attached to? Exactly during the 43rd Akuma Centennial Festival. It's like watching really old period dramas, like, that are supposed to take place in different countries, like 1,000 years ago, and the writer does something stupid, like using the Gregorian system, and it's like, they didn't catalog it that way. Different cultures had different calendars. That year, the Bath had just finished the largest renovation in history, becoming much more splendid. But what people didn't know is that this also meant the architects would be out of work, and I was one of them. My old friends were worried about the future livelihoods, but I, being luckier and with a steady balance of wealth, only worried about the knowledge being lost. So after some discussion, we decided to repurpose an unused area of the baths into a small classroom that anyone could use. At first, the scholars were attracted to teach here. They gathered textbooks from all over and piled them on the shelves once they were done using them. Over time, those attending the classes became annoyed by the noise from those just coming to read, and their arrangements went on for several light calendar years, with more and more books piling up. You gotta make different sections for different kinds of readers, my dude. Finally, Lady Tribby and the others used their powers to gather all the knowledge from the fallen nations. After a vote to the Citizens' Assembly, this place was given the title of Knowledge Hub, and my old companions no longer had to worry about our livelihoods. During the busiest times, this repository even held an annual treasure hunt event. However, since the situation with the Black Tide has worsened, that tradition has been paused. Once the Chrysosairs completes the prophecy, perhaps a few more events will be held again. Is there something troubling you? Troubling? Not really. It's more like sighing at the changes in the times. Many guests have suggested that I help them acquire new books, but the new books they're referring to are mostly fantasy tunes and love poetry. Meanwhile, the older categories like philosophy, history, and mathematics are becoming increasingly neglected. It's like it's turning into light novel hell over here. Actually, it's not a big deal. The Chrysosairs are brave and skilled warriors, and the enthusiasm people have for life is a good thing. What bothers me, though, is the common trait among these people. They treat reading as mere entertainment. Not only do they skim through without paying attention, but they often eat while reading as well. Recently, they've even urged me to set up a corner around the repository as a dining area, offering meals that can be eaten while lying down. This request seems reasonable enough. I can't shake the discomfort in my heart. Yeah, book stains are not great. I can't stand crumbs in books, man. I hate it when you get like a used book and it still has like crumbs or something in it. Like, that's so nasty. I can't stand that. I don't know whether I should blame them for being so unconventional or praise them for knowing how to enjoy life. After all, right next door is the best resting place in all of Amphorius. Anyway, I won't disturb you any longer. It's fine. Actually, there's more to learn from books than from chatting with an old man like me. Feel free to wander around when you have time. Yep, I have a big no-no rule for books, food. Same with gaming and food. No cheese poof powder in the controllers! Oh dear. A strange structure stands before you. A golden glittering fluid fluctuates within the sphere above it. You subconsciously want to touch it, but a voice calls to halt you. Wait, please hold. This is Cersei's holy candle. No one is to violate it. I'm just looking. How is touching it supposed to be a violation? It doesn't matter how many more fruits, flowers, or states you place here. With time, all they do is rot and reek, and they affect everyone studying in the library. You don't know why, but hearing him say that and gazing upon the extinguished candle makes you feel an impulse to give things a try. This is Cersei's summons. An old saying from Akama goes, the Titan's offer is not to be refused. You gladly accept the duty handed to you by the Titan and reach out to touch the holy candle with your hands. I'm just doing it for the completion, I'm sorry. The extinguished flame is reignited by you in an instant. A glowing radius almost leaves you blind. My word, I've been neglecting my research for so long, and now my thoughts are clear. I knew it! Ah, Cersei's above. I offer my unworthy research topic before your brightness and dedication to your radiant enlightenment. Everyone calm down. I'm not forbidding your worship of Cersei's, but I'm telling you to take back these slates. How are people supposed to walk around here? Hey, are you alright? I saw you grinning like a loon and thought something went wrong for you. You alright now? Who's grinning like a loon? What happened here? Huh? Don't you know? I watched you light the holy candle of Cersei's. This is Cersei's power? It's like my mind suddenly opened up. Okay, so makes people more studious, perhaps? You hear curses from passerby. They say things like, Cersei, please open your eyes once more and bless me to pass my exam. Or Cersei's above, save my child's homework with some measure of weeping. Thankfully, no one discovers the deed is your doing. You survey the area carefully before finally relaxing. Golden blood is the divine body of the Titans, and the Chrysosairs are divinely ordained by the Titans. Naturally, the existence of gold blood precedes that of the heroes. On the contrary, oh, we're having a debate war. We're not talking about before or after the concept, but the day the words were created. Before the Chrysosair story we sung in paeans, no one knew what gold blood was. Ambrosia? But what courses through the Chrysosair's veins isn't actual blood in the color of gold, therefore they naturally are not the origin of the words golden blood. You can find solid evidence in the Bath Library. The Chrysosairs were prominently mentioned in scripture, but other terms replaced golden blood. What are they debating? Josh, just listen, it's a very important topic. The reading lamp had long been extinguished, but with your help it is reignited. The steam reflects the soft aura as if it's turning to most prosperous days of the bath. And I've gotten nowhere near my quest. I might actually end up doing it in another video. Greetings, welcome to the library of the largest bath in the world. Theoretically, you can access any book published in Akama as long as you don't mind waiting a few days after filling out a book transfer form. You're an administrator here? Sounds like you're not too excited about your job. Rude. But yeah, people forget that's a thing you can do with your library. If your library doesn't have a book, you can see if they can request it from other neighboring libraries to bring there. Just keep in mind that once the book is transferred over, you still have a limited window to read it. Yeah, although many Outlanders like me are working here as part-time administrators. Let me introduce myself. I'm Apollonia. I used to do research math and astronomy in a small city that was later overrun by the Black Tide. As you might be aware, astronomy research is prohibited in Akama, and only a few scholars in the Grove secretly managed to sneak a peek. With a flood of recent refugees, they don't have enough work for specialists like me and had to recommend me to work here in this bath. Or maybe because the professor who wrote the letter of recommendation wasn't too popular. How about telling me more about your research? Oh really? You're interested in my research? Well, if that's the case, I'm all fired up. Tell me more about your research from your previous city. Oh, you're interested in Aquila curves too? Or conic section. I penned a comprehensive book called On Aquila Curves, spanning 8 volumes. It's a shame my manuscripts were lost to the Black Tide. But no worries, I recall all the details. Give me another year and I'll rewrite all the propositions and methods to prove them. Maybe I'll even do better than before. That's a lot, though. It's just that astronomy and Akama, you know how it is. While Anaquila Curves is book in pure mathematics, its title might deter people from exploring it, let alone securing a sponsor for publication. But no worries, I believe that as long as the Chrysos heirs resolve the prophesized issues, the night sky will eventually return. By then, the starry sky will no longer be a forbidden topic anymore. Yeah, I wonder if the stars are all messed up. I could think of another HoYoverse game where all the stars are all messed up too. Tell me more about your research after arriving in Akama. I heard someone griping about how boring the bath's decor looks, and it got me thinking about coming up with some new mosaic designs to bring in some fresh aspirations. In the end, I designed a program on the tablet and wrote algorithms to find pentagon-shaped mosaics that could cover the floor smoothly, and I discovered 15 different patterns. But when I mentioned the idea to an architect, they warned me that mass-production pentagonal tiles might be too costly. Yeah, a lot of points, very easy to snap off. Perhaps I shall share this idea with some smart vendor at the Memorial Market to turn it into producing jigsaw puzzles or toys. But then again, toy design is not my forte, and this whole concept might not click with them. Tell me more about the Grove. Well, despite being a researcher, I'm not well versed in the Grove. As I mentioned, a not-so-popular professional wrote a recommended letter for me. If individuals tend to presume a lack of mental activity on the part of the author when faced with intricate explanations, I strongly suggest delving into Apollonia's work on Aquila Curves. Oh dear. Though this exploration, one will find that no intellectual, regardless of their talent, can articulate such intricate concepts in a manner that can be understood through skim reading. In other words, you actually have to pay attention. Could that style have contributed to his lack of popularity? I mean, he did insult the readers. People tend not to like that. On rain ownership? Rain falls from the sky, it gathers into rivers and flows into the sea. If that is the case, then do the sky-blotting raindrops belong to Aquila's sky or Fagusa's ocean? As one of the most enduring topics of the debates of the forum, this question has yet to receive a conclusive answer. Regarding the ownership of rain, the theory is that we are most familiar with the primordial theory. Fagusa's priests cite the classics, finding an attribution from the creation ethics of the Titan's origins. During the Era Luminosa, Aquila and Fagusa spawned from the Pillar of Stone, born by Gloria's breath. From that moment on, the ocean and earth have been locked in eternal odds. Fagusa, despised by Gorios, could not descend upon the earth, thus wandered between heaven and earth during the inextinguishable rain. It was until Tantalon's intervention that the brewing pool named the ocean was created on this land. Thus, from the beginning, the rain was a phenomenon that was under Fagusa's realm of governance. That is a lot. Speaking of skim reading, I don't want to bore people. Rain was absorbed by Flora, thus becoming offspring to Circes. Became a debate. Who owns the rain? Which god owns the rain? Would the door like to open? Is it stuck? Thank you! You strain yourself to feel time's passage in the flicker of the candlelight, but one moment you feel like you gained an epiphany, but then you open your eyes, everything slips from your mind once more. Okay, so there's really only one time you can mess with these. Investigate? Ooh. The lounger is perfectly angled for you to fully take in the mural. The legend of Memorial Palace is painted on it. The dawn device, the eternal city, and the radiance of the gods. You sink into deep rumination when a tiny chimera trots over and shakes itself, leaving dewdrops fallen from its wings onto the lounger. Even it knows not to disrupt the serenity of the image. After the black tide corroded the perimeters of the holy city, many merchants relocated here. One can find just about everything from finely crafted vessels to scholarly tomes to daily items and common reading materials. The market occasionally sees relics from the lost cities, but they mostly return out to be from some self-soothing fantasies of the last city. In other words, it's made up. Hello, esteemed Outlander. Was that photo of Castrum Kremnos helpful to you? Sure. Which one? I don't remember. It's been a few weeks. It's good to hear. I've always felt somewhat guilty towards you, so I know I've been able to help. What helps ease my mind. Oh. Yeah, you're the guy who potentially Did an oopsie doodle there. Let's tell everyone about what lies beyond the sky, man, I think. Though Lady Aglaia has forbidden me from further exploring the world beyond the sky, my curiosity remains unabated. If you're interested, feel free to chat with me anytime. I'll be delighted to share my latest discoveries with you, esteemed Outlander. Since technically... can you tell me what you've discovered, since technically I am from beyond the sky, so it's not taboo. So long as nobody overhears us. I've been stationed at the base of Kefali from entry hour to curtain fall hour, fasting and unblinking, until at last I unraveled the mysteries of the Dawn device. That is, the light emitted by the Dawn device is not constant. When observed through high-precision lenses, one can detect extremely subtle fluctuations in brightness. Although these changes are not readily apparent, they are indeed real and measurable. So it's kind of like fluorescent lighting. This indicates that the traditional method of timekeeping is utterly unsuitable for modern Akama. Are you an explorer? Isn't delving into the unknown secrets of Akama an exhilarating adventure? Well, actually, I had sworn in front of Lady Aglaia to not try to explore the world beyond the sky. I need to keep up appearances, at least for the time being. What a great discovery. Exactly, by sharing this discovery, we could revolutionize the long-standing calendar system in Akama. Imagine this, the 5 periods of the day established by Kefali in ancient times and widely recognized ever since are now proven to need modification. What a startling discovery. I should jot this down quickly. I wouldn't want to let it slip my mind. But interesting, the other guy said that we used light systems similar to what we use in space. You think it'd be damn near perfect, but if it's having fluctuations here on Amphorios, that either means that it doesn't work well with our planet's rotation, or maybe whatever is surrounding the planet is actually causing a glitch in time. I don't understand what you mean. Is that hard to grasp? Never mind. Let me explain in detail. Akama adheres to a traditional calendar, dividing each day into 5 distinct periods based on the mistaken belief that the light from the Dawn device remains constant and cannot be used to determine time. So if anybody's struggling, if you've ever looked at really, really old PC screens, like the fat ones, through a modern camera lens, and they have like this black thing that keeps going across, like lines, almost as if it's scrolling, that's because the screen is flickering really, really fast. And if you look at it with your eyes, you don't notice too much of a flicker, but when you look at it through your camera, which is a high precision lens, the frame rate becomes off and you can actually see those flickers almost like a moving scan line. That's basically what's happening to the measuring system he's looking at. But I've proven that the light from the Dawn device does indeed change. Can we not then base a new calendar on this discovery? Am I, Damionis, actually correcting Kefali's original creation? It is pretty cool, actually. And there's no reason why you couldn't have 2 calendars. One for international space-time and one for planet time. Thank you, thank you. The spirit of exploration deserves praise. Praise my free, unbound soul. That's what do you plan to do? I will go to the Council of Elders with my conjectures and invite the Grove Scholars to witness my findings. I'll give lectures in the marketplace and hold discussions in the baths. I want everyone to know about this. Sharing exciting discoveries is the first step toward change. Wish me luck, esteemed Outlander. Anyway, you have a quest for me?
Conquer the skies. I swear it.
Anyway, I heard that you're currently working on some kind of plan. Where did you... Oh, I mean, you're right. Damionis, I forget how to pronounce his name, I've discovered superb business opportunities lying just outside the walls of the Holy City. Do you wish to join in, hero? If we get our hands on it, we'll surely become trailblazers of the new era. Great fortune awaits us. You got me in hot soup last time. You're actually interested in making money? Give me more details first. I hear you're from a world beyond the skies, so you might not know this, but the Holy City used to span across far greater lands than what you now see. A long time ago, countless allied cities existed around Akama, in the same way that Oronix's stars surround the Dawn device. Akama was a true eternal city back then. People did not think of it as their city, but rather a motherly figure. When one stood on top of the hill and looked outward, everything we could see was our territory. Everything the light touches. Then the black tide raged stronger. The area within the city walls became the only safe place, while all other regions gradually grew deserted. We're not gonna go grave digging, are we? How tragic. Isn't it? But I also, is thanks to these events in the past, that we have an opportunity to strike it rich. When Nikador was still active, everything beyond the walls of the Holy City was living under the Mad King's shadow. Their giant spear even sent some states buried several feet into the ground. We've not yet to reach those places for sure. His Titankins are beginning to die down now that you've defeated the Mad King, making this the perfect time to go on an adventure. The ancient cities may be in utter ruin now, but I'm sure some parts of them managed to remain as they were. Say, places that have been buried underground. I found an underground palace beneath an ancient Hypogeum around here a while ago. I don't know that word. Hypogeum. What looks like some sort of chamber. The Hypogeum of Halsaflani is a Neolithic subterranean structure dating to the Safalini phase in Maltese prehistory, located in Paula, Malta. It is often simply referred to as the Hypogeum, literally meaning underground in Greek. Yeah, it's like a whole buried part of the city. Cool. Oh, let's see how it's pronounced.
Hypogeum.
Hypogeum. A hypogeum is an underground chamber, tomb, or temple carved into rock or built subterraneously, often serving as a communal burial site or sacred protective space. Originating from the Greek words for under the earth, these structures, that looks like an H, it probably isn't an H, the Halsaflani Hypogeum in Malta often feature intricate multi-level chambers, significant archaeological artifacts, and unique acoustics. Of course, if it's all stone under there, everything echoes. I found an underground place with unique Hypogeum around a while ago. Just dig up those treasures and you can stay however long you want in the Holy City. Heck, you can even buy whatever you want here. Are you sure it'll be as safe? I just answered this one, I guess. I've checked out the site dozens of times now, and I haven't seen a single monster, maybe except for a few of their defense mechanisms that are still functioning. In any case, our plan is simple. I'll lead the way and you can sort out whatever mechanisms that remain, and when we finally get to the treasures, we can split them 3-7. Why am I only getting 70% of the treasure? You're only taking 30% of the treasures? Don't you want more? Huh? I'm getting 70. The 30 is yours. You have a chance to reconsider your words. Oh, alright. I'll admit that we can't do this without you, but the same goes for me. Let's both compromise and agree on an equal split. Negotiate any split further and it'll be a 9-1 split. Fine. Excellent. That's why I like working with people like you. I already have an ideal route to go around the city walls. Let's go for now. Whoa! This is the map I drew of the Hypogeum. I can't remember words the first time, I swear.
Hypogeum.
Yeah, Hypogeum. Switching control modes is prohibited. Yeah, let me back in. I know! This is the first time delving into below. You're best follow after me. Thanks to his leadership, you enter deep into the ancient afflicted city state until you find a door blocking your path onward. Once everything is prepared, let's start our exploration. With Daimios' guidance, you've come to a vessel. We're here. Based on my previous scouting of the area, this should be a way into the Hypogeum. Yanis, the Passage Titan's power, supposedly protected this place. It used to be a shelter used to resist the Black Tide. But years later, this place looks so similar to Akima. We're not going to find anyone in here, right? I mean, they probably did. Why would we? This place was abandoned even before it could serve as a shelter. People would have starved. People later realized that the Black Tide is not retreated once it takes over a location, so even the most robust of shelters would not hold out for long. Rather than making themselves comfortable somewhere safe while waiting for death to claim them, they decided they should prevent this disaster from even occurring. So it only stands that there's a high chance of finding a valuable treasure in there, provided we can break its seal. The seal? See the thing over there? That's a prophecy tablet. It's a creation of the Time Titan Oronix. Its containment mechanism is the very thing keeping the gate locked. This should actually be the authority of Yanis, but seeing how close the 3 Titans of Fate were, I guess it does make sense for them to share their powers. Anyhow, as long as the tablet is active, we're not going to be making any progress. Since you're the hero who fought alongside the Chrysosairs, I assume it wouldn't be difficult for you to break the seal. I'll be waiting for your good news then. Sure. Open the seal and progress onwards. The prophecy tablet is a creation of Ironic. Solve the puzzle and make the prophecy come true. Combine fragments. Overlapping parts will disappear. We've done this before. The puzzle remains unsolved for a period of time and assistance will help. Okay. That's probably there. That one was easy enough. Ooh, it's open. I knew I had to bring you along. I wouldn't have been able to open it on my own. Alright, I have no idea what we're going to encounter once we're through here, but that's the spirit of adventuring. Just the thought of it excites me. Didn't you already draw a map of this place? I asked for help from the Sky Titan Aquilus priest, and I was able to use his prophecy and my personal expertise to briefly survey the area. However, if I want to know what's actually in each room, we'll have to find out ourselves. In any case, we better press on. So you've never actually been in here. You only know secondhand. Okay, it's gonna be a whole bunch of these puzzles. Ooh. That's different. I couldn't see any other way they would go. Prophecy tablet. It's just a square, but it's probably gonna give me a whole bunch of stuff. But it goes this way, which means these just go like this. Alright, prophecy tablet complete there. These are gonna be scapegoat ones. I'm not a fan of Hand of Zagreus ones. Shallow and deep. If the previous seal is unlocked, you may continue to explore the underground palace. This, however, is only the beginning. A bit deeper into the Hypogeum. Along the way, you step on countless... didn't get to see what that said. As I expected, here's another door, and along with it, another seal. But this looks like a creation of Georios, the Earth Titan. Why is this here? Regardless of the reason, we just need to solve it, right? Is something wrong? Do you need me to eat soil? What? I can only recall that people pray to Georios when they are farming or writing dramas. I've never heard of Georios being able to seal off caves before. Yet when something involves the whims of the Titans, who can really tell? Anyway, you should first try it and see if you can break the seal. We can still flee if anything goes awry. Okay, 3 before it moves. Literally just go forward. I can't believe you succeeded again. Sir, a toddler could solve that one. Perhaps this place isn't well defended as I had imagined. Let's continue onward. Hopefully there will still be items in this place valuable enough for us to bring back. This is the room I crashed in. I know, it's just reusing assets. Next. Easy enough again. Wonder if this is from super early on. Okay, Hand of Zagreus. Pushing onward, you find the moisture in the air congealed around your ears. It's like the space ahead of you is growing wider. If moisture's Progress seemed to further into the depths than the blind continued blow of thousands of years past something. Oh, it's really quite spacious here. In fact, it's comparable to the size of the Holy City as it is nowadays. I can't believe such a place could be located with a tiny ancillary town. The architectural craftsmanship of those days was truly advanced. But yeah, water concealed around your ears like that, it would actually mean that you're becoming a source of gravity, which means that you're losing touch with the gravity of a bigger object force beneath you, aka you're in space. Akima's ancestors must have been quite wealthy. Let's continue this conversation later then. Of course, even as far back as the Crisis War period, the Akima has always been the undisputed eternal city. Let's set this discussion aside for now. Do you see the complicated paths? It seems that progressing onward won't be an easy task as before. The door here is sealed, just like all other rooms. And yet there's still a silver lining. Look over there, it's the hand of Zagreus. According to legend, the object was created by Zagreus. Although it can grab heavy objects, only people of sufficient talent can control it. There's so many gold coins here. There must be a reason to the stealing test. I guess we just need to steal enough coins for the seal to unlock. I don't think the kind of talent to activate that thing. You want to give it a try? He's like, I'm afraid of the blasphemy, you do it. Which, if anything, our character seems to have a real connection with Zagreus. I mean, we are practically a raccoon spirit ourselves. Hand of Zagreus is the divine body left behind by Zagreus. Yada yada, we already know this. We already know all this. There's a little bit of an invisible wall there. Oops. The door is open. Does this count as clearing the trial? With the seal dispelled, the path deeper into the Hypogeum is open once more. Although it's not the first time I've seen the item, I'm still curious about one thing. Can such an enormous hand really be used for theft? Any infiltration can be considered flawless if there's no one around to witness it. Shouldn't breaking open the main entrance to the bank be considered a form of robbery? Indeed. If so, I guess breaking open the entrance to a bank by force could also be viewed as a form of theft. Zagreus is a terrifying titan indeed. Well, it looks like the atmosphere has livened up quite a bit. Let's press on then. There's a lot of gems in here. Good gracious. So many coins. So much money. Honestly, I can just stand here. Like, not even worry about it. Why go anywhere when I can just... Oh, I gotta actually rise up. If stand between, get all coins. Yep. Ah, now they're over there. It's gonna come up over here though. Gotcha. I was paying attention to trajectory. Ooh, there's actually more coins than what we actually need to grab, which is interesting. Okay, Aronix's Miracle. The final stop awaits just ahead. You'll be able to reach the place where the treasures are stored soon, right? You progress even further, your silhouette elongates and you proceed down the ancient hallway. Oh no, not these. Past the area should be a vault where the treasure is stored. By estimating how far we traveled, it seems like we're close to our goal. Keep going for a while longer, buddy, for victory is at hand. Why do I feel like you're the one who isn't going to be able to keep going? I merely have a sense of foreboding. After all, my previous efforts have all come to naught. Hopefully this time my effort will bear fruit. Looks like we can't pass through this area directly. Do you have any ideas? Yeah, perform a miracle. By carefully above. This is absolutely incredible. Rewind time. Be mindful, it will collapse after you're across. Although the doors open, you don't proceed onward without hesitation like you did before. Carefully above, is there no end to this? If we wish to explore all of them, it may take more than 3 lifetimes to do so. Now that I think about it, if there really was something valuable here, surely it wouldn't still be lying here for us to pick it up. Daimionus sinks into despondency. Just like the time when you first told that the world is beyond the sky didn't actually exist. In fact, you can practically hear the dream shattering to pieces. As long as you continue to blaze the trail, you'll eventually reach your destination. If you can't even get past this hurdle, how do you still expect to venture beyond the sky? You're right. Since I'm already here, I owe it to myself to see this through to the end. However, if we're to continue onward, I don't think I'll be of much help. Perhaps I should stay at the entrance and act as a lookout, and make you do everything. That way, if I spot any approaching monsters, I'll be able to warn you in time. You're not trying to escape, are you? You're not planning to slack off, are you? How can this be considered slacking off? It's just a division of labor. Then I want a division of funds. And maybe I want that 70%. Besides, if I were really going to laze about, who'd be willing to team up with me again when I return to the Holy City? I can figure out what's good for me. Well then, let's look forward to our continued cooperation, dear hero. If you find anything valuable there, just keep it with you for now. Be careful, for some of the upcoming paths may not merely lead to some further underground. If you encounter any danger, just run back to the entrance and find me. Okay. There's a... Oops. Between two... I didn't press that. Between two different space-times, objects such as road mechanisms and treasures may appear differently. I already know that. Have to do that to get across, though. Miracle Orb inverts space-time. We already know about this. Can I move it? Press the bottom right button to turn off the Miracle Orb. Maybe it wants this on and then back off? Then I'd have to go around. Oh wait, the treasure is the destination. Oops. Durr. Overcomplicating. Okay. The path into the deeper Hypogeum is one also updated our map. Take care, the seals in these rooms are much stronger than the outside. Every room is protected by a seal, with this one bound by the prophecy tablet. Only solving this password can proceed onward. Alright. Nope, I went sideways. So if I go sideways, I go up.
So that's how it works.
It's the only place it could possibly fit. At the same time, that illuminates it wrong, so these must function as a square. That's big different. Okay. It's gonna have a lot of overlapping parts in it. Ooh, that's super interesting. Can I put it more in the middle like this? Nope, that just raises those. this one. Not quite. I did it sideways again. Haha. I found the solution, I just did it at the wrong angle. Okay, golden scapegoat. One down. Okay, so that actually opens it. So I need to be on it when I am 1, 2, 3. I overthought it again. I mean, I got through it, but I did overthink it. Seven. Still not too bad. Let me in! Let me in! I feel like these ones are freebies. Hunter-Suckers can charge up and then sprint in a straight line, during which it'll gain a certain degree of destructive power. Activate for this time. The trial of Whimsy will open for you, in which case you need to control the hand and collect the coins of Whimsy. Nearby, you obtain the treasures. Okay, shatter obstacles using Punch. All the coins are in a box. Oh no! All the coins are no longer in a box. make me play 45 coin pickup. Where's the rest of them? They're there. They're zipping. Go fast. We can head it off. Very funny. Initial D. That's an anime. Ironic's Miracle. Alright, time for the doozy. 2 doozies. I'm in! Okay, I'll need to get that lit up. Yes, I know how to do the thing. Thank you very much. Actually, none of this. It's not covered in either of them. I'll still move it, but like... Now that does this. But I see a gap I can so easily go through. Yeah, because now I can't access that. And it seals off that. Is there something else over here? No, it's just the one. Book there. Orb here. I just need to turn it off. That's the only other solution I can think of. Back to the future. I'm in the future. Nothing is here. There's still more to do. Is. If only the game would let me do it. Because I can't go any further than that. I'm so confused. Am I just vastly overcomplicating this? Once this goes through, these come over. These boxes are always in the way one way or another. Because I can't get through these. I feel like I'm missing something and I don't know what it is. Okay. Use tomes. Got that. I'll use the Tome of Miracle to switch to Dawn and then restore the path to the Miracle Orb. Turn on the Miracle Orb to the trajectory to the left, removes the 3 crates that are blocking. Yes, I did! Can I go further left? Is that what I've messed up this whole time? Nope, can't go any further left. Wait, now they're all out of the way. It used to be these, you know what, never mind. I probably kept turning the book back on or something. I don't know. I don't know why I'm suddenly so far off in comparison. Okay.
Great. The more the better.
Okay, this one has more than one. Immediately claimed that. The giant cube. Should in theory be able to get up there now.
Is that all?
Okay. Can't even go anywhere with that one, but it does reveal it to us. Next to the Temple of Miracles, pointed at the giant cube. Excuse me. Am I even in the right spot? I don't think I am. I don't think that was the right one anyway. Must be this one. I want to get through to that. think I'm at the wrong one though. Can I get through now? Maybe I have to go through the other way. There we go. Overlapping light patterns. And we out. After the final sail is broken, the instantly chaotic paths merge into one, revealing a shortcut. So now you can get down there super easy. Wait, there's really a hidden room? This place is even more classic than I had imagined it to be. Regardless, since you explored a majority of the Hypogeum by yourself, the honor of uncovering the depths should also be yours. You can continue onward. I'll stay behind and keep watch over the return path. Should the door suddenly slam shut, I will promptly alert you. But how can you promptly alert me if the door is shut? You follow the shortcut as it extends towards a room at the far end of the Hypogeum. Whatever. There's one last treasure. Lines of text are engraved upon the surface of the chest. Although the chest has suffered significant wear and tear, the inscribed words are still legible. To the person who manages to reach this place, the fact that you're here means that either the seals outside are no longer active or that you broke the seals yourself. Therefore, you're either very lucky or extremely intelligent. The threat of the black tide grows even stronger. We are forced to take as many of our belongings as possible and seek the holy city's embrace. No longer shall we live independently as Sabanians. Yet I'm still hopeful that the people will remember the name of our native home, as well as the events that have transpired here. This is why I've left a tiny portion of my memories. Perhaps one day people will return to my birthplace once more, and a newborn children will learn all about us and weep before this inscribed slate. Alas, I will not be around to witness such a scene. I pray that when the day arrives, we shall still be able to construct a dome. The last Sabanian. When you open the chest, you find some ancient items inside, as well as a text-inscribed stone slablet that's covered in a layer of dust. These items from the final legacy that was left behind by the Sabanians. You leave the Hypogeum and return to Deimos again at a safe location. Well, found anything? I discovered some artifacts at the Hypogeum. I know I keep saying Hypogeum, I keep adding like an N in there. Wait, really? Can I take a look at them? You showed the Sabanians' legacy to him. How extraordinary. These are genuine pieces of ancient heritage, and this slab has been preserved surprisingly well, an exquisite relic indeed. I won't ask you to elaborate on what you've experienced. Keep this priceless treasure safe, for they're yours now. I suddenly feel quite emotional when I look at these artifacts. After all, they are proof that good times never last. The optimistic and prosperous Golden Age cannot flourish endlessly, just as progress and advancement are never a guarantee. Even the Holy City, once viewed by the masses as a beacon of hope, will also eventually succumb to the ravages of time. If the people of that time were to witness the state in which we are in now, would they probably gripe about how we're a bunch of unworthy descendants? At least you're still resisting the black tide. There's no need to put so much pressure on yourself. It might sour your ability to soar. Living is the best. Long live life. Indeed. The warriors fighting on the front lines, as well as the citizens living in the city, their hard work is plain to see. I hope that before the black tide descends upon us, there's an opportunity for me to journey to the world beyond the sky. Anyway, you should take good care of these things. Perhaps they'll be even more valuable a century from now. Alright. We get 5,000 credits and the Sabanian's last words. Quest complete. But with that, since I've been going for almost 2 hours now, this is probably where I'm going to call it for this particular stream. Although, I do notice that I have mail. Oh, it's from Sela. Are you there? I have a question. Normally, do you read? Never. Sometimes I read Net Bobbles from Never Planets. I read everything. She means, can I reach out to you? That's impressive, I think. I don't like reading. Reading is tiring and uses my brain power. I wonder if I get these only because I pulled Zila. The moment I start reading a new page, I'd already forgotten what the previous page was about. I don't know how Bronya manages to read so much. She's been educated to do so since she was young. The first step's always the hardest. It's very difficult. When I was young, I was trying to survive on the streets. How would I have time to read? Actually, you grew up on the same streets, so maybe don't go there with that. Bronya gave me a huge list of book recommendations. I tried a few of them and only managed to get through the first few pages. I can't read them without getting drowsy. Oh, but there's a book that's pretty interesting. Tale of Winterlands. I only managed to read a few pages, but it's pretty gripping. That's all, just wanted to vent a bit. I'll go ahead and keep reading. I'll try my best to finish the book. You could always talk to Pela about that. Do you have any experience in this? Arguing or message arguing? What do you ask? You get in an internet argument? 2 of the Wildfire members got into some kind of conflict. Now they're not on meeting terms. But I checked on them individually. And they were still sending messages to each other. So have they made up or are they still fighting? Oh, they're still fighting. They just are fighting through text. They don't want to see each other, but they still want to have the last word. Isn't that just unfulfilling? Yeah, it kind of is. Might as well fight again in person. Just quickly clear the air and end the conflict. I just don't understand. When I was small, and if I got into a conflict with someone, we usually resolved it with a fight. Don't do that. If any disagreement arises between us, I don't care if we're fighting or arguing. You must come confront me in person. Yeah, I kind of have some of those rules now too, especially due to past arguments. Say it to my face. Say, you're all on the Express usually, right? What do you do for fun? Board games? Just asking. Phone games? Now that there's much less fighting to do, I want to cultivate some new hobbies. My room has my Star Rail room has a video game setup and a snack bar. I like singing and dancing, I like rapping, I like doing sports. Technically my character likes sports, so I guess I'll do that. It's something she'd relate to too. Sports? Why don't you go over to Wildfire and be a runner? I guarantee you'll get your step count in no time. How bothersome. Now that I have time, I don't know what to spend my time on. What were your hobbies before this? She's like, probably didn't have any. Me? Nothing. Just some handicrafts, some doll making and stuff. What a serene hobby. Why? Don't trust me? If you have any suggestions, feel free to send some my way. I'm gonna go paint a wall. I have to finish 15 walls today. Alright, there we go. Got through our messages. And that means... Oops, not that. Not that. I don't know anything about you. I don't know anything about you either. I do know about you though. How much longer are you here? 16 hours? Ooh, hey. Didn't I get gold last time? Didn't I get trolled by Sparkle? I don't remember. I swear I haven't pulled since. Hey, there we go. Sparkle, Harmony, so we can start restoring some points. She works in a lot of teams, so that's another reason. Oh, and Jincha. Is this an apology for what you did to me last time? Hi, Bronya. She also works well with Blade. Alright, so we got a Sparkle, a Jincha, and a Bronya. Good gracious. OMG. I am going to have a lot to work on. Oh my. Ignore that. Idolins. Oh, you are rank 6 now. Prevail beyond the tiles. Recovers 1 skill point after using basic attack.
Life's just like a game of tiles. You never know what's gonna come up next.
Alright, there we go. So she is all special. I don't know why they put these up so higher. But anyway, here is Sparkle.
Hey, hey! I'm Sparkle. Got any cool, daring quests or risky biz? Just hit me up. If it piques my interest, we can talk money. The main thing is about having a right of a time, right? Oh wow, we seem to be crossing paths a lot lately. Where could I have seen you before? Can you figure it out?
Okay, so how do we go about... Let me look up the build guides. Sparkle build. Let's see. She is a double S ranked character for overall support, MOC and AS, as well as a regular S for PF. I don't know what those mean, but okay. That's part of the reason why I pulled her. I knew she's like really big in a lot of team comps, so it's one of those like you can't go wrong by pulling her. She has her own cone, which obviously I don't have. She uses Sacredos, Relieved Ordeal, and Broken Keel. I don't know if I have all of those. So for Broken Keel, it wants energy for the rope. Obviously, we are not going to find that immediately, so let's scroll. There's some energy. Crit damage, speed, effect resistance, and HP are her best. Okay, we only have the one rope, so I guess we'll equip that. Orb. For Orb, she wants either HP or defense. So really, I guess it's more based off of substats. That one has speed. Yeah, because you just don't want her dying. That has attack and crit damage. It's pretty much the game's way of saying you can make it pretty much whatever you want, I think. I'd probably choose that one if only because it has the speed. Yeah, because that is crit damage, but that one has HP and defense though too. You rarely ever attack with Sparkle though, so it's probably better to equip this for now. And for this, I don't think I have this one. Sacredos, Relieved Ordeal. Raises speed by 6 when using skill or ultimate on an ally. Increases the ability using target's crit damage by 18%, lasting longer than 2 turns. Where is it though? Cavern of Corrosion, Path of Uncertainty. It's on the Xianzhou. Oh, I have one. It's not like the best. Oh, I see. It's probably... Most people have her on that, but it actually recommends this. What's the difference? Increases speed. When using a skill or ultimate on one ally target, increases the ability of the target's crit damage by 18%, lasting for 2 turns. Versus increases speed by 6. When the wearer uses their ultimate on an ally, speed for all allies increases by 12. Okay. This probably is better. A lot of people just haven't farmed it yet though, because increasing crit damage can be quite the ordeal. Do you want speed or do you want crit damage? This is recommending crit damage. Sparkle needs the crit damage stat to strengthen the buffs she gives to the main DPS. Allows Sparkle to boost allies' crit damage even further while also giving her some speed. Having speed is also valuable, so she can act more than once in a cycle. At least 30% effect res is needed to activate the 2-piece Broken Keel ornament. Oh. Is that why on this one? Okay, that does have effect resistance. That doesn't. Good to know. I did not realize that when picking artifacts. That is effect resistance too. So let's see. Let's sort by this. See, we have attack, HP. That's crit rate. I might actually just go farming for some... I mean, she needs speed though. Like, it's not even a contest, but this is a good piece. Wonder if there's a way to, like, yoink. Yeah, I'll need to farm a ton of artifacts for her. But anyway, HP or defense for the sphere, energy regen for the rope, speed for feet, and body is crit damage. Alternative cones is it recommends, but the battle isn't over, or grounded ascent if you don't have her main one. Obviously I do not. Past and future, if you have it. I don't think I do. I only have these. What does that have on it? That has, I can't think of her name. She's from the LaFu. Shoot, it's been too long. Alternate cones. Anyway, Dance, Dance, Dance. That has Hook on it. I don't have that. And Planetary Rendezvous. I don't have any of that. What does her original cone do? Path is the Harmony, obviously. Increases crit damage by 32% at the start of battle. Gains a mask lasting for 3 turns. Okay, so it seems to be primarily focusing on like crit damage and speed. Oh wait, I actually do have this one. I have an extra. Is this past and future? This is past and future. Okay. This is what I'm going to equip then. I didn't realize I had to. So I'll equip that for now. And that is Sparkle's build. So now let's do Branya. We're just talking about you. Okay, she's a base S for everything. Not a double S, but a base S. Obviously, she has her own cone. She also uses Sacred Oath's Relieved Ordeal as well as Broken Keel. Alternate cones is also past and future. She can also use Carve the Moons and Weave the Cloud, though, which is what Ting Yun's on. What is this? Increases wearer's attack. After the wearer uses their ultimate, increases the damage dealt by 30%, lasting for 1 turns. But that's only theirs. Basic attack, skill, or ultimate, all allies gain Childishness, which increases allies' damage for the same type of ability as used by the wearer by 12%. Childishness not only takes effect for the most types, but also the wearer use cannot be stacked. Regenerates 8 energy. Attack of all allies by 8%. Increases speed for 12 points, but only for 1 turn. I don't have great cones for her. Obviously, I don't have her main cone either. I'm probably going to use Sparkle more often at the moment. I don't know, does this do anything? The same type of ability as used by the wearer. Okay, so if I use an ultimate, it increases their ultimate damage. If I use a basic attack, it increases their basic attack. I don't know if I like how finicky. I might just do basic energy for now. Not ideal. But it's what we got. Okay. Again, for Broken Keel, it wants HP or defense and energy regen, as well as speed and crit rate for stuff, which I just don't have. So I'm gonna have to farm that particular node. So with that, this is apparently where we are going to call it for now. So thank you so much to everyone who has joined. Like and subscribe if you would like to see more Honkai Star Rail, as we're going to be getting back onto the main quest. And I hope to see you all in future videos. Bye-bye.